What's up, you guys? Chet the Dream Poet here, coming to you all with another fun-filled vlog here in the South. More specifically, Daytona Beach, Florida. Daytona Beach, Florida, and even more specific than that, we are at the Lawton Botanical Gardens. And you all are probably wondering why we are at this particular botanical gardens today. Well, today, guys, we are here to find none other than the long-forgotten attraction, Bongo Land. Now, back in the 1960s, 1970s, there was a dinosaur park here in Daytona. It was big for its time. It was definitely a game changer. It was definitely at a time before places like Dinosaur World in Plant City, Florida were created. These statues were made out of concrete. Good Lord, they had quite a few of them. And for quite a number of years, it operated quite well until the demographic in Daytona changed and less people came here, sadly, until finally the botanical gardens took over, and we're gonna explore that as well. So let's do it, you guys. And it looks like it's not gonna be that hard of a find, everyone. So let's follow this sign. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely like the setup in this botanical garden. It looks like there's quite a few cactuses here. Especially, just look at this demonstration garden. I mean, I just love these trees. They're so almost vibrant in a way. Very much exotic, almost from a forgotten time, a forgotten era. I don't know where I'm really going with that, but I think what this is really about, everyone, is just enjoying the scenery. And I do believe we have found our first dinosaur. This is the first dinosaur that we will be seeing, it looks like. And it is called a Dimetrodon. Apparently it lived about 250 million years ago. But it kind of looks like this one was made sometime back in the 70s. I guess they really don't want people messing with it. Still cool though. But it looks like they have more than just cement dinosaurs. Before all this was even a botanical garden, this was also a sugar mill. Looks like this is some of the leftover machinery. I mean, just check out those gears. You only gotta wonder like how much horsepower went into these things. And plus, sugar cane is definitely a hot commodity, especially with everything being made of sugar, or at least processed foods anyway. Oh no, I'm just digging just the engineering work that this is made of. Danger! Dinosaur crossing. Or in this case, Eiger. I believe that would be Eiger. Pretty decent sized footprint, or looks like it's missing a toe. I don't know, I'm digging these little birdhouses right here. Those are really cool looking. Especially the pirate ship. That one's pretty gnarly. And it looks like we got here a few wooden statues. This kind of puts off a pet cemetery kind of vibe. You know, where like the Micmac Indians would use these circles to bring their victims back, or their loved ones back from the sour ground. I think honestly, I probably ought to quit. I do like that wooden dinosaur. That one's pretty neat, pretty nifty. Let's see if I can't. Yeah, I think I'm getting too old for this photo. Maybe it'll work. Okay, I'm gonna get up now. And here's our second dinosaur. Just look at the size of this Stegosaurus. You only got to think how many man hours went into making this concrete structure. And it only makes me wonder what Bongo Land was actually like when it was up and running. But, I mean, just check that out. That is so neat. Okay, now here is some more information about Bongo Land. According to this sign, there were several attempts that were made to operate the plantation as a tourist attraction in the 50s. So I do apologize for that. This park dates all the way back to the 50s. But Lloyd, or premises from J. Saxon Lloyd, for a park to display prehistoric monsters, and had a number of replicas molded in concrete on wire frames constructed. The park was called Bongo Land, in honor of a large baboon housed on the grounds in an Indian village that was also produced in a small train carried visitors around. But the day of the theme parks had not yet come, and Bongo Land was closed for lack of public interest. Identification of the animals that roamed the world millions of years ago has been furnished by the Volusia Anthropological Society. And these dinosaurs were created by a man by the name of Manny Lawrence. And you can kind of see that something was here back before this sign was. It looks like it may have been a giant T-Rex. I think that's what I can gauge was a giant T-Rex. Either way, they had concrete eggs. Those things are pretty big. Now let's go find some more dinosaurs. Or if there's any left. Maybe this park was so bad that they went extinct. Get it? Because, oh god, that's bad. I'm sorry. You know, like, extinct, like they stink. Oh god, I'm just gonna... Looks like this is not so much a dinosaur, but looks like this is some kind of marker. I can't really make out what is there, but you can only wonder. Oh. Florida Hammock Trail. Should we go down there? Maybe later. Well, now this is interesting. This is a cedar stump. And according to this sign, this cedar stump is one of the stumps left from loggers in the 1920s. That is interesting. That's what they made pencils out of. I did not know that. Dude, yes. We found the Triceratops. But it looks like somebody marked out the 100 million years old sign. But that is impressive. Dude, look. And that thing is bigger than the Stegosaurus. Just check that out. That's... Dude, I'm sorry, like, I am just baffled. Like, what original roadside attractions were that kind of more or less went the way of the dodo. And there's some kind of bird in the background. You know, they mentioned that there was a train here at one point. I kind of wonder if this is what came of it. The trail that goes through the park. And that's kind of what I'm getting the feel for. It's nice though. Kinda looks like we have some more sugar mill plantation stuff, equipment. If I'm not mistaken, it's like through these gears right here, that's where they crush the sugar cane to get the sugar. No telling how old that is. It's probably turn of the century, and it looks like someone has left a painted rock. It looks like we have here some kind of chapel. Actually, that looks quite scary, because commitment is scary. Get it? Because it's a wedding chapel. This is probably why I'm single. Well, this is a nice bridge, but I don't see no water. Maybe it's for runoff. That was probably a dumb question. More than likely, yes, that was a dumb question. And what do we have here? I'm assuming it's a part of Bongo Land, or it could actually be a part of the sugar mill. Now, sorry, it's almost dungeon-like. Yeah, I think this is probably a remnant from Bongo Land. Because if you look, you can see kind of like the concrete. Or maybe, just maybe it was. Maybe it was a part of Bongo Land. Huh. That is interesting. Oh, this is what it is. It's a fern grotto. Dedicated in the memory of George and Emma Whitbold. Many of these ferns are listed in the year 1882 catalog. The first generation, 1832 to 1910. 1840, well, actually I think that's their but that is really cool. So this is a fern grotto. So I mean, I can see very diverse collection of ferns. No, I used to be a forestry major, so quite easily you could mistaken it to be a part of Bongo Land, one of the remnants of a dinosaur park from a bygone era. Okay, apparently this is a bridge project.
I was telling somebody about that, and he said, no, it takes 2 years, but I swear it was not that long that took them.
Huh. I wonder how long they've had this here. Because that's really pretty. I'm glad I came here, you guys. And if it were a snake, it would have bit me. This looks like it is a giant ground sloth. Last time it was on the earth, about 110,000 years ago. And I'm not sure if you can see it, but it looks like he's got himself some googly eyes. I'm sorry, if I were somebody back then, I think I'd probably laugh at the googly eyes. But in all honesty, that's really, really neat. I like that. Dude, look at the size of this live oak. I mean, seriously, look how thick those stumps are. That tree has to be at least 200 to 300 years old. At least. And I will say this too, that if those branches were any lower, I think that'd be a fun bench. So it's this sign right here that kind of explains what we will be seeing next. And that is the sugar mill itself. Yes, Impala was a chief in this area, and he heavily opposed Andrew Jackson's Indian removal. And back in the 1830s, his people attacked this sugar mill. Here is a foundation of some of what is left of the sugar mill. I wonder what the actual buildings looked like at one point. I mean, they might not look like much. Those are pretty giant, if you ask me. Especially look at that old brickwork in the old coquina. Now on to the sugar mill itself. Looks like they've been doing some work here lately. So if I was reading right, there's the foundation on some of the furnaces. And right there, that's where they boiled all the sugar cane out. It just only makes you wonder, like, just check that out. Yes, this if y'all can't tell, this current structure protects the Dunlawton mill. Again, we have some more bowls, iron skillets. Anyway, the proper terminology will come here in a little bit. But it was in these giant pots that they would forge the sugar cane needed to make sugar. And it kind of looks like that one's missing. Now, one big problem with the Dunlawton sugar mill plantation is its remoteness at the time. See, way back when, it was so far out of the way that the nearest vessel was miles away. And the one particular cargo ship that they needed, the USS Mosquito, it cracked. Actually, it not cracked. It got destroyed in an inlet on its way in. And at one point, it got so bad that the wife of the owner was really hoping that their relatives would buy this property. However, she died in childbirth. Ugh. What am I trying to say? And this is an example of what the building used to look like. So if I'm not mistaken, this is the engine. Yes, it was this boiler engine that powered the entire establishment. And I think at one point there was an attempt to build this plantation again in the 40s after the first time it had gone down. Just imagine the 20, 30, possibly 40 or 50 slave labor that worked this entire plantation. Just look at the size of that boiler. I wonder what we have here. I guess it kind of looks like it's maybe the 12 months out of the year. I think that's what it is, but I think it's time that we head on. It's been a good day. Yes, you guys, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. It means a lot, and it'll keep you loop on daily content of my life here in the state of Florida, especially in the South. But you guys, I love you all very much. Stay tuned for the next vlog. Anchor down. Peace, you guys. Love y'all. But one more thing at the end of the vlog. I had to do that. That's it for this one.